Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Naimeka Onyeka Obiariri. I am here again to debunk some of the lies and lying promises that the APC presidential candidate is making to Nigerians as it pertains to 2023 presidential election. I want us to know the truth, and the truth will set us free. On May 29th, 2015, when Goodluck Jonathan handed over power to President Muhammadu Buhari, the total crude oil output on a daily basis by Nigeria averaged about 2.4 million barrels a day. Remember that before then, the then vice presidential candidate of the APC, who took over power with Buhari, accused the PDP and Jonathan government of stealing 400,000 barrels of crude oil every day, which simply means that the APC PDP government, as at that time, was producing about 3 million barrels of crude oil and was only reporting 2.5 million barrels a day. That is the accusation by the vice president of APC. What did Buhari do when he took over power? First of all, remember that crude oil production is at the upstream. At the downstream, the then Minister for State for Petroleum Resources and GMD of NNPC, Kachukwu Ibe, told us that the daily PMS consumption in Nigeria actually was between 28 million liters to 32 million liters a day. That the 47 million liters that were reported under the Jonathan government were Ponzi games. Nigerians clapped, Nigerians rejoiced. What did the Buhari government do? You know, they've been all over the social media space through their vuvuzelas, sharing lies that the PDP sold to average of 1.9 million barrels of crude oil a day, average of 2.4 million barrels of crude oil per day, and that the APC sold little or nothing. But they forgot to tell us that the reason why the PDP sold 2.4 million barrels a day, even at a time the APC accused them of producing 3 million and stealing the balance, was because the PDP government put in place community-based pipeline protection arrangements that made sure that oil pipeline vandalism and crude oil theft were reduced to a barest minimum. The federal government of Nigeria awarded contracts to Tompolo and the rest of the Niger Delta former militants. Buhari became president. The first thing he did was to tear to shreds those agreements, started chasing away and hunted those militants and chased most of them out of the country to pave ways for the new grade oil criminals to start vandalizing and looting our crude oil resources. The first thing that happened, if you look at crude oil output, even as at 2015 June and July 2015, we are above 2.3 million barrels a day. So what did the APC government do? They chased away the community-based security arrangement to enable those their own thieves to take over crude oil stealing. That is why for the period of 7 years that the APC government were in place, outside 2015, when they were still chasing away those that were put in place to protect those assets, from 2016 to 2022, what we saw was monumental and atrocious, perfidious record of crude oil stealing, pipeline vandalization, and Ponzi games in the downstream oil and gas sector. All of a sudden, Kachukwu Ibe was removed as GMD. Mike Antibody was used to replace him. Before you could say Jack Robinson, PMS consumption moved from 32 million liters a day to 66 million liters a day. They created additional 30 million ghost consumers. Before you knew it, fast forward, June 2021, the GMD of NNPC told a bewildered nation that they now import 102 million liters of PMS every day, and that is what we consume. Forgetting that in 2020 February, DPR, Department of Petroleum Resources, that was in charge of our downstream oil and gas sector regulation, told us that our daily consumption was about 38.5 million liters. So all of a sudden, Nigeria moved from a country consuming 32 million liters, 38 million liters to 102 million liters a day. who are the ghost consumers. Later they told us, oh, it is smugglers. They also forgot that all our neighboring countries, from Cameroon to Niger to Benin to Chad to Togo to Burkina Faso, joined together. Their daily consumption put together is not up to 10 million liters. And to steal 60 million liters of PMS and smuggle it across the borders will take about 1,500 trucks. Some of them as long as 12.7 meter, 13 meter length. If you put those trucks on the highway, bumper to bumper, they will come over 19 kilometers. So how did 1,500 trucks cross our border every day without anybody seeing it? It's a question for the NNPC to answer. That the APC government was not able to protect our pipelines, allowed private sector thieves to be stealing millions of barrels of crude oil every day, is for the APC to be blamed. The same APC, after 7 years of stealing and looting, brought back the same Tompolo that they chased away in 2015. Who is fooling who? Nigerians, shine your eyes. They promised that they will restore Nigeria back to 2015, 2.5 million barrels a day, when the other people are going to 3.54 million barrels a day. Nigeria has capacity to produce and export 3.5 million barrels of crude every day. Nigeria was doing 2.5 million barrels before APC took over and brought in their league of thieves and oil looters that reduced our output to 0.5 million barrels a day, even to 900,000 barrels a day at some periods in our history. So I am begging us, I am pleading with us, do not allow the APC to deceive you. Do not allow yourself to be hoodwinked, to use your vote to amplify the rot in the land. Vote for P2B and Ahmed Dati of the Labour Party. This is the only way you can stop the oil thieves. This is the only way we can ramp up crude oil production. This is the only way we can stop the Ponzi games, where a nation that consumes more than 28 million liters of petroleum product every day is now being told that we consume 60 million, we consume 102 million at any point in time as their whims and caprices lead them. God bless you.